That's what your song did to me.
Okay.
And the RSD thing.
Ooh, that one's serious.
Right. So this is a sub kind of symptom, I guess, that is often attached to people with ADHD because of the brain wiring, and it's about rejection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rejection.
Sensitivity dysphoria.
Yeah. So it's like feeling rejection more than an average brain.
Yeah.
And that can manifest in really small ways. That can manifest in someone just making a comment on how you look.
Yeah.
Or your music sounds.
Yeah.
Or your friend might pick another friend to go to the cinema with, or all these things.
Yeah.
And it can really beat you up.
Yeah. You feel it so intensely. It'll be like times 4, times 5 of what, like, someone who's neurotypical would feel. And I think school, when I didn't know about it in school, so I was having a lot of those outbursts and a lot of those blow-ups. Like for me, there were even certain things where I'm like, I know I shouldn't do that, but I felt like the feeling was so strong.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like someone might say something and I'm like, okay, yeah, that was charming, but then boom, it's a fight now.
Yeah, so you reacted in a physical manifestation.
I reacted at level 10 when it was probably like a level 5 situation, or I could have reacted at level 5. And I think through life, like before I even was diagnosed, I figured out ways to kind of like navigate it and different things along those lines. But I think getting the diagnosis, because I got the diagnosis, I went and got one again, like an official one again, like other than school. I thought, let me actually, you know what I mean? 3 years ago, and I feel like...
Okay, so it's in adult life,
Yeah, in adult life. And I feel like it just put things like RSD in context of like, you're not just broken. There's something going on here.
Yeah,
that you need to understand.
Yeah, totally. Because that's the thing you could... I wouldn't necessarily react with rage, but I'd carry it for ages.
Yes.
So the smallest thing I'd carry for days.
Remember it.
Yeah.
No, it's them.
Yeah, and it's not even that deep a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's just some... And that it's a funny one because I say we chose music, but I think music chose us.
To be fair.
Yeah, and we put ourselves out all the time to be critiqued and to be criticised.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like, this is the worst thing I want is like negative feedback. Now, I've learned to deal with it, and actually, bizarrely, I don't feel it like I once did. I think it's experience. But it's funny, innit, how your mind is wired to be creatively brilliant, but also not particularly great at criticism.
Yeah. It's like a double-edged sword. It almost feels like... It feels like it almost shouldn't be that way. And I think in writing the song, like the level of, the amount of time it took me was because it was quite difficult to write. But one thing that I'm starting to understand even about ADHD and things like that is like, the way we feel intensely also translates in our art. So like, the way I was, like a lot of the feedback I'm getting is about how clear the story is or how specific I was able to describe like the emotions and different things. And I believe that because I felt it so deeply, I'm able to articulate it in a way that if you felt that that I'm talking to you.
Yeah, totally. And also, because that's the thing of like, again, the brain that we have, like empathy and basically feel a lot.
Yeah.
Right, which is negative and positive, but like music has always done something to me that made me feel so comfortable.
Yes.
I don't think I'd be able to do it without that brain wiring, because I'd probably just be like, cool, whatever, like I do movies or I don't know, some sports, but it makes me feel so good that I need it.
Yeah. It's beyond obsession.
Yeah.
It's beyond that. Like I think like I was even like doing a bit of like just studying to really like, because I'm interested in it. It's like I'm interested in neurodiversity and understanding tools, strategies and the science of it, right? And the research now is saying that it's not necessarily a deficit of attention, is actually the brain's inability to switch off.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
So it's like with something like music or a passion or an area where you're naturally gifted or have an aptitude for it, the brain so locks in.
Yeah.
And it focuses for years, decades even.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, that's hyperfocus.
Yeah.
And like music's the one hyperfocus that never deviated. Other things come in and out all the time. Do you get like that?
Yeah, I do.
Obsessed with something.
Obsessed with something, and sometimes I get like short-term obsessions, but music's like the one that just...
Same as me. Same as me.
Well, you have like a new thing that you're just like interested in.
Yeah, like fully into, and then I'm bored of it, and it's finished.
And it's done.
But I always say that's not a bad thing because you study it so well, you take that skill set on.
You do.
Do you know what I mean? So what was my last hyper focus? I had one on non-processed foods.
Oh.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Okay,
I read this book, and I was like, I was like, right, this is what I've got to do. And I went in on it for like 2 months. I lost loads of weight. It felt amazing. Got bored of the ideology and cracked on with Haribo.
That is joke.
And then before that was like camera equipment, thanks to the Oliver Bryan production who mentored me. I was absolutely obsessed with like every aspect of camera and editing, coffee making. Like there's been various things.
Yeah.
But once they stop, I still know the skill set I learned.
Because you focus so intensely on it that you learn every little bit about it. And it's almost like it's just bolted on.
Yeah.
Just get on that, bolted
on. Totally. It's called a hyper focus. I think it's a really powerful thing, but it means that when you're in that zone, you find it really hard to think of anything else.
Yeah.
So I'll go after a day in here sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. I'm sat at my meal with my family, wife, 2 children, and literally they'll go, tea, dad, tea.
Yeah, yeah.
And what are you thinking about? And I don't want to tell them the reality is I'm thinking about an EQ curve. But I can't get out of the studio.
But that's, you see that, it's a gift and a curse, isn't it? I definitely see it as like a net positive. I would rather be this way. I think maybe because I am this way, but I would rather be this way. But I feel like, particularly when if I'm with like neurotypical people that don't quite understand, it's difficult.
Yeah, it can be.
There's a real sacrifice to like put the energy in to switch it off, and even when you put energy in to switch it off, it never quite switches off. No. It's just it's going on in the background.
Yeah.
And you might choose to be present.
Yeah.
To talk about things that are mundane, and those things are important. Like so a lot of the things that are mundane, or in my perception, I'll see them as boring. I'll be like, why do I? Like I'll choose to engage in them.
Yeah.
And I think the diagnosis of ADHD gave me more like it made me have more grace with myself in it, because outside of understanding it, I'll just feel like, am I just selfish?
Yeah.
More selfish than the average person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do I just not care?
Yeah.
But then I understand it a bit more and I'm able to navigate.
Yeah, just take it for what it is with a bit of kindness and work with it. No, totally. Hyper-focus is a kind of brilliant. The RSD thing I find fascinating. There's more likelihood of suffering from depression and anxiety as well. I've gone through a proper roller coaster with anxiety in my life. Probably crippling way more than ADHD, so I can relate to that. Is there anything else?
I think even like what you're touching on anxiety as well, when I was younger, like we didn't have like the language for those sort of emotions. Like a lot of the times I got into a fight or a scenario, I was shook.
Yeah, of course.
And then obviously because I'm feeling shook, in my head I'm like, I shouldn't be scared, so I'm gonna, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like when you're young and just living, like you're not really processing or understanding any of these types of things, you know what I mean? So I think that's certainly a thing. But I think as much as I feel like there needs to be, I feel like we're in a phase of like awareness now.
Yeah.
And there is more awareness now. But there is also an element of there's more knowledge and there's more tools than there's ever been.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, I feel like there's a long way to go, but I can also see the progress.
You're in the Steez factory now.